This morning was one of the happiest and calmest mornings that I've had in a very long time. And the great thing about this is that the reason why it was such a great morning is something that you can apply to your life starting today. Let's rewind for a second here. I am incredibly addicted to my phone. I check it all the time. I constantly look whether there's a new notification. I take it to the bathroom with me. I hold it in my hand a lot. It feels like life would be impossible without it. And I've realized how much I dislike having this addiction. And despite many people nowadays saying that this is just normal and this is just the way that we have become and the way that we function now, I always think that there was a time where people would also function without them. Where not in every little moment where we have to wait for something, we pull out our phone and check it immediately. And so I made it my mission now to go back to this type of living. Especially because one of the feelings that I have really noticed lately is that I feel incredibly lonely, which is crazy because I have amazing friends, I have a big family, and there is really no reason for me to feel lonely at all. And I noticed that this is connected to me constantly being on my phone, which is ironically, if you think about it, because we are so connected to the whole world. But I feel that the more we are connected online, the less we are feeling connected in real life. It is incredibly important that we understand why our phones are making us so addictive. So let's quickly, just briefly, look at what our brain is actually doing. Most of you have probably heard about dopamine at this stage. It's this little kick that you get inside your body. This can happen through natural things that are good, for example, working out, going for a walk, meditating. But it also happens, and unfortunately it happens even more, when there's things such as addictions involved. Now you have to imagine that there's a baseline of the dopamine levels in your brain. Let's say you're addicted to nothing. That means you have a normal dopamine baseline, and whenever you do something exciting or you learn something new, a little bit of dopamine is released and it makes you feel incredibly good. The problem now is if we do a lot of things that are not within the natural dopamine baseline, this baseline is a lot higher than it normally would be. And now we need a lot more in order to fulfill those little dopamine kicks than we normally would. Let's take just a normal notification as an example. Every time when you check your phone, your brain is already anticipating a new dopamine hit, which is also why it feels so annoying when in the end there is no new notification. Think about how much easier it is to scroll for hours and hours and hours through TikToks or Reels than it is to read a book for the same amount. That is because especially those short form videos, they are spiking up our dopamine like crazy. But it's not just social media, it is also the news, messages, phone calls, videos on YouTube, or even just a series on Netflix. All those things give you a much larger dopamine kick than if you were to do things that are not related to your phone. And this is why I started doing exactly that. Because to be in constant need of entertainment all the time, I've realized that overall it is not making me feel good at all. Yes, while you're doing those things, you completely forget about everything else. But as soon as you don't have a stimulation in a moment of silence, that is when your brain is going to go crazy. And I just realized that I want to start bringing my dopamine baseline down. So during the past week, I have started to put my phone away around 8 or 9 p.m. And then for the first couple of hours in the day, I just don't go on it at all. And this is really the key to your mental health. And yes, in the beginning, it's really tough. Honestly, sometimes I still struggle to not just go on it. Let's say you're waiting for something throughout the day. That is the biggest moment where I feel I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go check it. And I don't even do anything. I just open some apps and then I close them again, and then that's it. But still, my body feels the need to do this. And this is something I have been really working on to fight against this instinct that unfortunately is so rooted at this time within us that I just don't go on it. And instead, I will pull out a book or I will do some Sudoku. So let's talk about the other things that you can do instead. Because I know that we're so accustomed to watching a series at night or scrolling through social media or watching TV, whatever it is that you're doing at night, it is very highly likely that it involves a screen. And I have noticed for myself that when I don't do this, I sleep a lot better. I feel so much better in the morning. I feel happier throughout the day. And it's really just bringing me so much happiness back that I don't have when I do those things. So let's look at a few things that you can do instead of looking at a screen in the evenings and in the mornings. Firstly, there is reading. Reading is honestly one of my favorite things to do in the whole wide world. And I know that there are some books that are really difficult to read at night, so choose something that is light, that is easy to read. Or if you're up for more challenging stuff, you can do that too. Then we have things such as drawing, coloring in, doing Sudoku, doing little riddles, or if you're with somebody at home, then you can obviously do board games, card games. Then it's even easier because you have somebody else to spend that time with. And rather than just sitting together and watching TV, we might as well do something cool where we're actually with that person rather than just being aside them. And I know that people are going to say, but I need this to wind down. And believe me, I would have said the exact same thing up until a couple of months ago. But now I have proven myself that I really don't need those things to wind down. And the most interesting thing is that your phone or any screen really doesn't wind you down at all. If anything, it does the opposite. I'm sure that there are so many other little habits that you could do. If you have any of them, please feel free to drop them in the comments, because I'm sure that everybody here is going to be really grateful for any type of little task that we can replace screen time with. And besides the fact that this is going to be so incredible for your mental health, it also feels nice to become a bit more old school again. This doesn't mean that you can never be on your phone again. Of course you can, but try to really avoid those hours before you go to sleep and those hours after you wake up, because they are so crucial in determining how the rest of your day is going. So let's see how much this is going to change my mindset and my well-being overall in the next few months. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated to see how it's been traveling. And I would love to hear if you are going to try this out as well.